Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Jupiter James. This is my channel where I do what I want, when I want, and today I want to talk about astrology. So this is going to be the 10th part to my Through the Signs series, and today we're going to talk about the 10th house, which is my favorite house, the career house. And this is the midheaven and the top of your chart. So this is going to be more centered around your career and your destiny and who you are in the public sphere, in the public sector of your life, and what legacy you are meant to leave behind. So with the 8th sign of Scorpio in the 10th house, this means that you are going to be someone who is meant to investigate. So maybe like a crime investigator or someone who has a lot of power in their job. You're going to be someone who has probably a lot of power, a lot of influence in your career, and you are going to be someone who people can't really get a lot by as far as like secretly. Like you probably are going to be someone, and this can lend itself into anything because Scorpio energy I feel like it doesn't have a set job, it just has a set energy, right? Like, so it can be anything, but whatever you do, you are gonna be extremely possessive over it and paranoid over it and just like intense about it. And you're gonna be very good at it because it's gonna give you power and influence in it. And it's gonna be like, you're so good at it that people don't even wanna mess with you as far as what that is. And if it doesn't manifest that way, it's gonna manifest in ways of like, it requires you to do a lot of investigative work. You're probably someone who is always looking for things or seeing into things or reading into things, and you have to keep a keen eye on what is happening and what the underlining thing is within the job that you have. So that is Scorpio in the 10th house. If you have Scorpio in the 10th house, I would love to know how that manifests. I would also suggest that you look to see where Pluto and Mars is in your chart, and that should also help you deduce what exactly you're meant to do in your career. Yeah, so moving on to Sagittarius. If you have Sagittarius in your 10th house, this is gonna mean that you are someone who is probably a teacher or a philosopher. This gives me very much like college professor vibes. I don't know why. It's either college professor vibes or jet setter vibes. You're someone who's probably always traveling. You travel to gain experience and gain knowledge about the deeper truths of the world. And you are someone who just loves philosophy. You are someone who's spreading truth, spreading justice. You're probably, this could also be like a fitness trainer, someone who's very active, you're probably a traveling fitness trainer, or someone who's probably like a fitness retreat person that goes on like fitness retreats, or just a retreat person in general. That could be it. What else? Yeah, this is a very fun placement for me. I feel like Sagittarius in the 10th house, this is very much like Tomb Raider vibes. Like you're probably like the Tomb Raider, or wish you were the Tomb Raider. Like you just would love to get on a plane and like go to a foreign place or a foreign country and learn all the secrets that you can about the world. This is very much Sagittarius vibes. This also, I feel like beginner Sagittarius vibes could mean like a flight attendant, right? Like that's someone who in their job, they literally are always traveling and they're always in a new place and they get paid for that. Yeah, so college professor, flight attendant, Tomb Raider. How does Sagittarius 10th house manifest for you? I would also suggest looking up where Jupiter is in your chart. Jupiter will point you in the right direction or whittle down and deduce what exactly you're meant to do in your career. So if you have Capricorn in its original house as the midheaven, this means that you are going to leave a legacy behind, and it may be very painstaking and it may be very slow moving for you. And in the beginning, it will probably be hard for you to find a job. And this is because Saturn there is probably going to want to teach you things. You may get into a job very early on also that you have been in for years. Like it really probably binds you to your career, and you're probably very career focused, and you learn a lot of lessons within your career because it's so hard and because it's so painstaking. But it is worth it in the end, because this just means that whatever you're doing, the hard work is going to pay off, and you will become very wealthy. You will be very established. you could become very famous and leave a huge legacy behind, with Capricorn being in its original house of the 10th. So Capricorn midheavens, are you extremely wealthy? Are you extremely known in your career? Are you doing something that is changing the world, or just doing something that is very worthwhile? And I know in the moment it probably doesn't seem that way, but you probably feel it in your soul that like, wow, I'm doing the damn thing. Like, this is quite a ride in your career. Like, yeah. So with the 11th sign of Aquarius in the 10th house, this is going to mean that your job is going to require you to be very ingenious. You're going to be someone who is a far out thinker, and you're going to want to do things very, very differently. You're probably going to want to take a subject or a career and do it your way. You're not going to want to do it how it's been done. You're going to want to try to do it a new way that is unique to you, that you coin, that you come in and you refresh it and you change it, and you kind of only want you to know how to do that. Like, you want to stand out in that way. So with Aquarius being in your 10th house, this is gonna mean that you are someone who wants to stand out in your career. You're gonna wanna be, it's funny because it's gonna require you to be in a group, right? You're gonna kind of have to align yourself with people, but within that, you're also gonna have to try to find a way to stand out. Like, it's gonna require you to kind of juggle that. Like, yes, I'm in this organization with like-minded people and like-minded individuals, but I want to stand out in this, and I want to do something different, and I want to do it in a way that's never been done. And you probably don't want people always in your zhuzh, or you're probably not a team player, and it's not because you don't have the ability to be, it's just that like you prefer to do it on your own. You want to do it on your own, and it's when you work the best that the greatest ideas and the greatest inventions and the greatest solutions to do it better come to you. You want to be someone who's probably very avant-garde in your job. This lends itself to technology. This could be someone who is in the technological field or in the humanitarian field. You're gonna do something that impacts humanity. You more times than not, you're gonna do something that impacts humanity, and it's gonna change the way people have seen that thing that you are in. So like Nicki Minaj has this midheaven, and so if you think about it, she started out in a group, but she kind of stood out at the same time as being the first female, and then being the only female, right, already kind of singled her out, and she did that female rap in her own way. She put a quirky twist on it that made her stand out, and she refreshed that certain thing, right? And you can kind of see in the things that she goes through that she kind of doesn't want friends. She doesn't want people to be with her, and that's why she pushes everyone away, because she just doesn't want that. She wants to be solid on her own and stand out as an individual. A strong, progressive, inventive, smart, ingenious individual is what you will be in your career. And yeah, I would also suggest that you look up where Uranus is in your career, and you look up where Saturn is in your career. I would look up where Saturn and Uranus is in your chart. That should point you in the right direction of what your possible career might be. Yeah. So moving on to the 11th house. The 11th house is going to be, just kidding, not the 11th house. The 12th sign of Pisces in the 10th. So this is going to mean that you are someone who probably doesn't know what your career is. You probably are scratching your head right now, like looking at this video, like, please tell me answers. Like, what should I be doing in my life? What should I be doing? But TBH, I really feel like you are meant to be a spiritual figure. You're meant to be someone who inspires and probably sacrifices a lot to show people a better way of doing things. And you are someone who doesn't have a conventional career. People probably look at you and they go, how the hell does this person make money? How does this person manifest what they manifest? How do they get by? Like, what is actually going on with this person? Who is this person? Like, you probably have an air of mystery around you, or mystique around you. And even if you're not trying to be, even if you are the most open person, you have this air about you that people kind of can't put their finger on. They don't know exactly who you are because who you are in your career or in the public specter is not tangible. It's too abstract, or it's just too otherworldly, but it's effective because this could lend itself to artists, musicians, anything creative, anything spiritual. Yeah, if you have a Pisces as your midheaven, could you write down below what this manifests for you as? I would be very curious to know, do you inspire people? Are you someone who is showing people spirituality? Are you a teacher of spirituality? Are you a creative dancer or singer or actor or someone on television? I would love to know. And I would also suggest that you look up where Neptune and Jupiter are in your birth chart, and this should show you and help you whittle down what you need to be doing in this life. That was my midheaven series. If you guys want me to do any more different types of videos, just let me know and I would love to make them. Stay tuned for my signs to the 11th house series. If anyone needs a birth chart reading or astro counseling, please hit my description box. There's some links down there below to book a reading with me, and I would love to help you with anything you got going on, career-wise, love-wise, anything you need. I promise the stars have a solution for you. I love y'all. Y'all have a good one, okay? Bye.